name is Giovana. I'm 15 years old, I live in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and right now I'm gonna tell you a story about ice cream. Yes, ice cream. On a hot summer day, I asked my little cousin if she wants ice cream, and she is interested, so I know. But seconds later, asked me, what's the flavor? So I answered, vanilla with chocolate and pineapple. Try some. Then I offered her some, and she, disgusted, gave the smallest bite I'd ever seen in my life. But what does that have to do with opening the world? Well, changing the rules. So, let's assume that I am all people's silence and invisible by society. The ice cream is that culture, thoughts, and rights. And my cousin is society, that is from our politicians and entrepreneurs, also white and raven. Got it? When people try to show their worth, the population rejects them, without even having known and experienced their customs and thoughts. This is my cousin that refused the ice cream without even having found the taste. But based on this cold and not that sweet analogy, let's talk about a very sour issue: the violence suffered by minorities. After are being rejected and silenced, these people are assaulted by society in different ways every single day. They exclude them in politics, education, from being safe at home, their only way to start their lives over, and even deny accessibility. And the result? Our world, a society that is intolerant, but with a culture and need of people in power matters, and with racist, xenophobic, homophobic, and neighbors laws. But how can we change this? First, let's remind the second article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that says that the rights in the UDHR belong to everyone, no matter who we are, where we're from, or whatever we believe. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made. Even with this declaration, we know that this distinction exists, and we can only investigate it by listening to all kinds of people and understand their reality. So, let's see great examples of by hearing what ordinary citizens have to say, we pass through obstacles and change the number. The 18-year-old Swedish activist Giovana, who since her 15 years old has been fighting for climate causes. She shows that her condition and young age didn't stop her from doing anything for the planet. Martin Luther King Jr., from pastor to the greatest symbol of the struggle for the civil rights of black people in USA. His name came known worldwide on August 28, 1963, where he gave the famous I Have a Dream speech in Washington. Unfortunately, he was killed 5 years later, by the age of 39. Malala, a 23-year-old Pakistani activist, was the victim of an attack in 2012 with only 15 years old for defending the right of all to go to school. 2 years and a day later, she became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner. It is clear that as people change or change our way to see the world, but it is even clearer to see the risks they took just for wanting to secure basic rights. Among these three names, 2 of them were physically treated by society's engineers, and one left us too soon at the age of 39. So, open the world means to me guaranteeing the rights of all people by their active participation, which means listening to their needs and not just assuming what they want without knowing their reality. I want to work the first world, a world that understands before judging, that welcomes rather than rejects, that breaks down barriers instead of building walls. We must hear the different, just like you watching this video, because as great a number on site being different is a superpower.